friends, it's Wendy with H2O Bungalow. I'm so happy you're here today with me. Today I'm going to share with you how to seal and wax concrete countertops in an easy 3-step process that doesn't require any expensive products. It's simple and best of all, it's non-toxic, so there's no messy chemicals to work with. It's hard to believe I built these countertops 5 years ago. So if you're coming here today from my first video on how to build a concrete countertop, welcome, and know that it's been 5 years, so that was my very first video. And if you like my work, guys, of course, don't forget to subscribe to H2O Bungalow on YouTube and h2obungalow.com for my blog. And also, keep in mind that every project in this bathroom I have DIY'd or built myself. So I will put links in the top of my comment section to all of those projects, and if you'd like to see them, click right on over. One thing to note about concrete countertops is that they are porous, and they will damage when you pour or get anything with vinegar on it, acid, glycolic acid face cleaners like this. And because they're porous, those stains will go into the concrete and then you won't be able to get them out. I researched every option I could find on sealing concrete countertops. I chose wax because it was easy, it was really cheap, and it was non-chemical. So it was food-safe products that could work on a concrete counter in a bathroom or a concrete counter in a kitchen. And it's easy, so a $10 product will last me for years. The first thing you're going to want to do is to wipe your countertops down and let them sit for at least 24 hours to make sure there's no moisture in them. Make sure you're getting all of your old makeup or toothpaste or anything else that could be on your countertops off, so you've got a clean surface to work with. The next step is you're going to take a sanding block. I just use a 500 grit on an old crappy sanding block I've got, but I'm going to be removing, very lightly, sanding, the old sealer on my concrete countertop. You don't need to over buff, just get off the high shiny spots, and you'll be able to see them if you have sealer left in pockets and spots. I don't want to get any wax on my chrome faucets or any hardware, so any place that you don't want wax, go ahead and tape that surface off using, I like to use the frog tape for delicate surfaces. Okay guys, we are finally ready to wax our countertops. This is step 2. First we prepped, now we're going to wax. So it's really simple. All we need is a wax brush. It's the same kind of wax brush that I use for waxing furniture. It's very thick bristles. This is not a paintbrush, guys. Secondly, we're going to use wax. I'm using Van's countertop wax. It's great because you can use it for countertops, you can use it for vanities. It's food safe, it's beeswax. It smells pretty good, and it's cheap, so that's always a bonus. The last thing we'll need is a buffing cloth, just plain white cotton. Make sure it's clean, painter's rags are good. Shake out your rag before you use it. You don't want any lint in your rag. When you buff your countertop, the lint will get into that wax and it will stay there, so it's not what you want. Okay guys, so here's how it goes. We are going to take our wax. We're going to take our wax brush and we are just going to swirl it lightly on the inside so you get just a little bit. And let me see if I can't make this work for you on a close-up. See it? That's what it'll look like. In other words, you can barely see the wax on the end of your brush. And wipe it with your hands really quick on the concrete and make sure, again, that you don't feel any grit. And if you do, go back and wipe it again. And if you don't, you are ready to start waxing. And a little goes a long way, guys. You're just going to swirl it on like this, and I do about a foot by a foot, 18 inches by 18 inches at a time, just like you do when you're working on furniture. You swirl it in, going to give it a few minutes, and you are going to buff it out. You will feel the wax on the countertop, and it's actually going to darken your countertop just a little bit, but that's good. It looks just like when you do a piece of waxed furniture. And next we're going to take our clean cloth, and we're just going to buff it. I'm just going to rub it out. Oh my gosh, and that looks good. So you're just going to rub it and get the excess out. The big thing is your finger test. You're going to feel. You want to feel to make sure that the wax is not gummy or built up. A built up wax feeling is almost like velvet. You don't want to feel velvet. You want to feel smooth and clean on your countertop. So if you feel anything that's a little bit sticky or a little bit like velvet, then you know that you've over applied and you need to buff that out. So we are just going to keep on going now. And you know, one of the important things to remember is not to get your wax on things like your sinks. So if you need to use a rag and kind of apply it into the cracks and crevices where your sink is, go back and do that separately if you have bowl sinks like mine. One thing I'm seeing here is that this wax is not shiny, so it is not going to look like it is a super shiny seal like the old sealer that I had here. I kind of like that, so I'm good with that. Don't forget to get your backsplashes, of course. And I'm just going to get all the easy pieces first, and then I'm going to go back and get the tough places with a rag by hand or a tiny brush. So I added 2 coats of wax onto my countertop. I completely waxed the first coat and buffed it off. I waited a few minutes. And then I put another coat on just for good measure. I think 2 coats is a good way to go. I'm really liking this product. This is quick. We could do this in no time at all, just like you'd polish a piece of furniture. And so I'm thinking that this may be my concrete sealer of choice. We'll see how it lasts, and I will absolutely put a comment or edit this video in another month and then maybe 3 months so we can take a look at how it holds up under wear and tear. So if you look right here, these are the marks left from my, actually you can see a bunch of them, can't you? I guess I won't do this anymore. My glycolic acid face wash will eat the concrete, so I just won't be putting it there anymore. But the nice thing is at least this sealer made the stains dark and not white like they were when they were etched. The concrete has a really nice sheen to it, and the one thing I do want to point out is that those little dark marks right here and some of the other things up front, those are actually from when we made the concrete countertop. We filled the holes in with a concrete mix that was slightly different in color, so those are intentional. But as you can see, it's not real shiny, but it does look really nice, and it doesn't have the areas that showed up before with the shiny stuff from the old sealer and where it was missing, which just didn't look good. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me here today where I shared with you how to seal your concrete countertops. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at H2O Bungalow, and of course my blog at h2obungalow.com. If you'd like to find any of the supplies I've used, or again, any of the projects I've done in this room, take a look at the comment section on this video, or go directly to my post at h2obungalow.com, search concrete sealer, and you'll get all the information that I've shared today.